Hello, guys. We are live. Thanks again for joining me here. How are you doing? Guys, today we're going to look into see really if there is any difference between the sisters on the continent and our sisters living in America or in abroad generally, like in the West. So that's what we'll be looking into today. So guys, thanks for the thumbs up. So I really, because this topic, the reason why it's very, very dear to me to come out today and share this is because I've been hearing certain things or watching videos or joining streams, and sometimes the way, hey, hey VA, hi Daniela, thanks for joining the stream and thanks for the thumbs up. V, how are you doing? Daniela, how are you guys doing? How is your day going? And let me know, guys, if you can hear me. Please for the thumbs up. So yeah, so back to what I was saying. Hello, Bean Sharon, how are you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. And guys, let me know if you can. Yeah, okay, that's good. Thanks, Daniela. That's awesome. So I hope everyone is doing great, because today I can hear you loud and clear. All right, that's amazing. V, can you share with us? Let us know where you are joining the stream from, please. So Sharon, what did you do today? Because I know in Turkey you say you guys are allowed to go out Monday to Friday. So what did you do? If you are able to share the stream, please share the stream. Okay, you are in the UK. Where exactly, V? So Sharon, what did you do today? And everyone in the stream, by the way, just for us to give a little bit of time for few people that will join the stream before we can start talking about the main thing, which is just to try to find out if there is even any difference between our American sisters and the sisters living on the continent. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, so that's why today I did lesson today, but I'm free for the rest of the week. Okay, that's good. That's good. Welcome, Paul. Thanks so much for joining the stream. How are you doing, Paul? Yeah, so I'm watching you from New York. Okay. You are welcome, Paul. You're very welcome here, and everyone in the stream. So yeah, the reason why I want to address this today is because sometimes I come across maybe like videos or streams where basically the way certain people address our sisters, our American sisters, personally is not something that I like. I don't like the tone. I don't like, the way they portray them. So because I'm from Togo, right? So I lived there for like say till when I turned 24. I left when I was 24. So basically I have I can say from experience the lifestyle we have in Africa and the lifestyle in the West. I can definitely tell you the difference. Okay, okay, Paul, that's what it is. And if there is any difference at the end of the stream, you know, you're going to find out. But share with me what you know when it comes to, if you know, if there is any difference at all between, you know, the two, the sisters on the continent and the sisters in America or in the West in general. So share what is the difference. Hello, Wild Gossip. Thanks for joining the stream and thanks for the thumbs up. Currently, okay, I'm African American who is currently engaged. Great, great. So much for joining the live. How are you doing? So, guys, all your contributions in the stream are very, very important because this is very, very, very dear topic. Let me put it like that because it's something I want to address, and maybe that will be just once and for all. I'm not gonna come back onto that topic again. So that's why I'm asking the people that are already here in the stream to share with me, you know, if you live in the West, for example, and you know, maybe you married to a sister from the continent. I didn't understand the topic. Is okay. The thing is, yeah, Sharon, I think you joined a little bit later. The thing is, when it comes to our brothers from the West, specifically our African American brothers, some of them, you know, I'm not saying it's all of them. Some of them I've done in the building. Uncle Don, you're also welcome, and thanks for the thumbs up and for joining me here. So today, what we're going to discuss about is the fact that I've noticed, you know, the ways or sometime our African American brothers, the way some of them, not all of them, the way they talk about the sisters on the continent and our sisters in America. So today we're just going to learn that live in Togo till I left when I was 24. So I know the lifestyle in West Africa, so I think it might be quite similar to the you know, the entire continent. And I know how the lifestyle is here in the West. So based on that, that's what I'm going to say, what I will be saying towards the end. And for coming, that's my view, that's my personal view, but I think for the fact that I lived there for a period of time, I know how things are over there, and I know as well how things are for women on this side. So it's going to be based on that. I will say what I will be saying towards the end. So right, we have Clarence in the building. Thanks so much for joining, and guys, kindly thumbs up the stream as you joined. So yeah, Sharon, I hope you understand now what we're going to talk about. So they think, or they will say, oh, you know, the sisters in Africa, in Africa, they are, you know, they our African American sisters on this side. So that's why I say, you know, this needs to be addressed coming from someone that is born in Africa, was born in Africa, lived there for, you know, that period of time from baby to 24. You know a lot when it comes to you can have a say in this. So personally, that's why I say no, I have to come out, and that will make me go back to that again. So Paul, if you're still here, and TIA is brilliant, you are still here, can you share with us? I know both of you guys live in the US, and I think Clarence as well live in the US. So can you share with us if there is a different, you know, a difference at all between the two. You know, what is Don saying? The difference between African American and the Africans is vast. Okay, even British African and Africans is really different too. Okay, so Don, back to what you said. I know you say it's vast, so it's lots of things. So can you name major difference? Okay, so that's two so far. So TIA and Don, you two are on the same page, writing those what you think those major differences are, so we can actually look into it and see if there is anything that is behind the whole, this part is better than the other part. Then we're going to jump into that. So you guys should let me know what you think truly are the difference. But what is are we comparing? Yeah, because the reason why is just because some of the brothers, the you know, it's hard to say without stereotyping. Okay, yeah, but we'll go into it. It's just, you know, for people out there, specifically the brothers out there, to understand, because sometimes certain things happen or people behave certain way. It's not because they want to behave that way, but it's due to the lifestyle and other things that will make someone do certain things. So that's, for me, that's what I like to share. Are truly beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Clarence, you are taking us straight towards the end, but we haven't reached that point yet. So share with me. You're not stereotyping, but share with me, because if we say we're going to build, you know, a stronger Black community, this and that, and if there are issues, people have to know where the problem is first, if there is even any problem, and how to address those problems. So that's why I decided, hey, I want to hear from you, what, you know, from experience, what you know, and done as well. For example, the ability to say your surname, which will lead straight to where you come from. Okay, right. Lead straight to where you come from. AA and AB have been robbed of that. It is not their fault. Okay. Hello, Onana. Welcome to the live. Thanks for joining the live. Kindly thumbs up the stream. I know that. So that's one point. And if we are, it's just because we've been in, you know, I would say in a way we've been blessed to be born wherever country you are from in Africa, to be born there. So you are exposed to that since birth. So those that have been robbed, you know, that is not their fault. So that's one point. I agree with Uncle Dan. Exactly, a host. Love your backdrop. Thank you. Thank you, Onana. So that's one thing. Like don't just mention, they have been robbed from that. So someone will be there and expect that culturally, the sisters in America or in the West will be also have like a same mindset when it comes to certain things, because it's not something they've been exposed to since birth. So you can't just even say anything when it comes to that. So TIA, I'm still waiting to say personally, Africa, the women are more relaxed. In the sense that I say relaxed, because our lifestyle on the continent is completely different than the lifestyle we have in the West. So first thing is the father, even had, for example, if it's only the two of you guys in the house, I would say that the Kenyan women, okay, woman is very spiritual, submissive, okay, humble and polite. My Kenyan fiance is all of that, as well as considerate and soft-spoken. Okay, okay, okay. Little Sharon said that is very true, actually, right? So back to what I was saying, that's a major factor when it comes to the women. That's one point. The women in Africa behave like women, where in America they behave more like men. And what do you think contributed to that, for them to behave like men instead of being feminine? What do you think? You, everyone in the stream, if you know the answer, just drop it. Drop it, please. Drop it. So that's one major fact. I mean, about African women being more relaxed. Yeah, Sharon, I get you. I know. I know. Thank you. Thanks for clarifying that, babe. But I know. Officers in the building, welcome. Thanks for joining the stream. Kindly thumbs up the stream as you join. So that's one thing. And what I've learned since I was little, well, I have already two sisters, and I was the third one. So before I arrived, there was already certain things set up before I was born. And that's what I noticed all around the neighborhood. So if you are married, in most cases, a man and a woman in the house, okay. So police brutality, you think it has to do with a slavery system. Okay, right. So back to what I was saying, is a man and a woman in the house most of the time, and personally that's the case. And on the side, my dad is the man, the main provider, like 90% or 98%. They are more masculine energy in the West because our men are not able to flourish. Okay, all right. Let me read that. To flourish as they should, to flourish as they should, because of the obstacles black men face. Okay, that's a good point. Social conditions have caused this to happen. The West gave up their traditional customs, where moral values actually means something Africa still has. Yeah, that there is, like I was saying, my dad was like the 98% provider in the house. So when they got married, though my mom was a secretary, he said, you're not going to do this. So that's the arrangement. So everything was provided by him. We have house helps in the house. So we have like two in the house. How are you doing, Tenny? So we had two house help at that time. So that means, number one, even when my mom decided not to work for a company, she was doing her own thing. She goes to, her business part of it. She goes there. African American women are more of a take charge because the African American man has been, okay, let me read that quick. How beautiful black women here. Okay, that's another good point. So which means when my mom gets up, when she wakes up, there are people in the house that are already helping with the chores, the stuff to do in the house. So she just have to check how, whatever needs to be sorted out, the children and something bit here and there, and that's it. Yes, guys, kindly thumbs up the stream, please, as you join. But if you haven't, please go ahead and thumbs up the stream. So that's one aspect. So with the help of the house help or maid, whatever you want to call them, you don't necessarily have to do food shopping yourself. Oh, thank you, V. Thank you. So that's one thing. And it's not like, oh, 50-50. There is no pressure on her when it comes to, this is a very, when it comes to the bills in the house, like I said, 98% will be is my dad that will cover those bills, and which is the case for most household, not all, but most. So there is no pressure on her when it comes to that. That's two. So with the house, the children involved, sometimes even like little things like, food prep and all that, the maid can help you do that. You just go ahead and do the cooking yourself, because no maid will cook for my dad. So that's again our case. So with that, she's not overly stressed about anything. But when we come on this side, for example, most household is like 50-50, which means you have to go and get I'm going out and do the same. Okay, so that's work. Maybe probably before you go to work, what do? You have to make sure, if you have a child or children, you have to make sure they are well dressed, get what they're supposed to get. The African American women behave. Okay, there is something missing, Clarence. If you can add that, that will help the discussion. So with that, you make sure the children, and probably you, or the dad will drop them. That's your first one covered. Then you go to work. It depends if it's part-time, full-time, and it all depends the hours. So even if you're going to work for maybe like 8 hours or 7 hours for most people, you go as a woman, you cover that, whilst the man also is out there doing his thing. And when from school, nursery, or wherever, you drop them before going to work. In the process, you try to find out, oh, what is missing in the house. You run to the supermarket after picking the child or children, and then you come home now. That's a full day shift already. Black girl, welcome to the stream. Kindly thumbs up as you join the stream, guys. So that is just one woman covering all that. Okay, then you feed something for the family. You make sure the children are sorted out, if there is homework, if there is this or that. Okay, it depends the shift of the the husband or the nurse, the dad. So if he works also maybe later, then, and he's also very helpful, then he'll jump in and do his bit and he's out. But if you the sister on the continent, once the child is involved, I don't know about the other people representing other countries. Sharon, you are here, and little Sharon, if you are also in the stream, go ahead and share how they do things in Zimbabwe when you have a child, how they do it. So Clarence say African American women behave in a masculine matter because they have to. That's another good point. You don't have any other choice. Then you roll your sleeve and you do things man or men supposed to do. So that puts that is putting already another pressure on that wife or what, woman already. But back to the one on the continent, my dad does 100% providing, even in retirement. So that's another case. That's Africa, Nigeria specifically. So money, finances, bills, and all that. That is not the woman headache. That is been already, or is going to be covered already by the man. So why is she going to be like, oh, I have to rush and do this. Oh, I have to jump over there and sort that out. Oh, I forgot I need to pick the daughter or the son or the children from school. Oh, this is missing from the house. I need to quickly run to the supermarket and get that. So all those things, normally the house help or the housemaid, whatever name you're going to give to, to call it, will be the one, okay, must be the breadwinner of the family, 100%. 100%. So not all Nigerian father take responsibility, yes, but in most cases, like I also said, that my case is not the case of all households, but most household, like I said, the men or the dads are the for the house. So that's one point. So the woman is very, very, there is no stress there. So when you are not stressed, so my dad was the provider, even though my mom was teacher and my dad, yes, that's the thing. Because even though my mom, wasn't, that was their agreement, she couldn't work for another person. If you are a secretary, you're going to be working for a male manager most of the time. So I don't know, the man that will say, okay, you carry on with what you're trained to do. So that's why my mom wasn't able to do what she was trained for, but on the side, she still have her own business running. So back to what we were saying, the woman in Africa, you go, you work, you come, you have to sort out the house. So she's already overly stressed comparing to the one in Africa. The maid is there. Some of them, the driver is there. So even if you go to work, you're not going to rush to go and pick your child necessarily. The maid can do that, or the other help you have around can go. My mom was working mom, so we had a helper at home. So that's one thing. There is so much help around. And if you have a child, grandma will be around, aunties will be around, so you have all the help you need. Contrary to the one on this side, most cases is you and your husband or partner, is you and your husband, most cases. So the stress is too much for one person, and God didn't even design it that way. The one on the continent, there will be, the extended family, exactly, they will also help. So the one on the continent, they will definitely spoil you because mentally they don't have this dragging them here, there, and then financially they have to still help, with the bills, though you chip in if you choose to, which is most cases. And personally, our cases, if mom decides to do something, that's what she decides to do, but it's not like you have to. So all those things can make someone, even if you want to be, loving, caring, and all that, the environment you are in, the lifestyle, is not going to allow you to be that. You try. I'm not saying due to all that they are not still good sisters in the West. There are still some good ones. They are also out there. My mother was the strong one in the house. Okay, Black. Women do things here and also on the continent. So you go there maybe for 3 weeks or for 4 weeks max. You spend time with her. She have lots of time. She, nothing is stressing her. So why is she not going to spoil you? She will spoil you, obviously, because there is no pressure. There is no pressure. So sort this out and read your comment. One second. Let me check this out. Sanction the black men in the country from economic and development and liberties. Okay. Men must defend the family with or I think with or without the government. Yeah. So it's your responsibility. Yeah. So that's how I grew up personally. And coming here, being, I'm a mom, so I know what it takes to raise a child or children in this part of it. So for the people out there that think, okay, the women or the sisters in Africa, they obviously, like, the way we grew up is completely different. What our parents put in us is completely different, because every value our grandparents, great grandparents, they were passing it to the next generations. So there are certain things coming from African home, that as a woman already. So there is completely understandable. If you are from Africa, you know why, because number one, your mom told you from a certain age, that's how you handle a man. That's what your responsibility as a woman. So all those things first. And number two, they are not under no stress. Although some women still, they will go to work, whatever they have to do there, and come back home and still be a good wife, doing everything a wife's supposed to do. They are still few out there like that. But you have to understand that one in the West, they are under extra pressure comparing to the one on the continent. So, American sister, please listen to this sister carefully. So, what we have to all understand, that we have to know, right, that destroy the black family structure, which destroy the black man and black woman, right? So we have to find out what we can do about that. If there is, you think you are in a system that is actually encouraging those kind of things, or that are making people making certain decisions when it comes to family, then you have to, because the thing is affecting you and me, is not affecting whoever puts whatever law out there that you think that is what is affecting the family structure. So number one, men in the West, if you me what I just want to make clear is, don't be picking one and putting the other one here and put the one in Africa up here, because the lifestyle of both women are completely different, completely the opposite. So the one in the West, it doesn't mean that she's not going to be a good one, or in the West, so there won't be a good one. They are still good women, born, raised, everything from here. But you, as a man, you have to ask yourself, how are you treating that woman or those women that have been in your life? Welfare system. Well, all right, one second, let me go back to this. Why welfare system is demonic. The financial assistance I've gotten my old man is far greater than any welfare system globally. Yes, that's one thing. If you really want things to change within the Black community, and see the sisters on this side spoiling you like the one on the other side, you have to bring it up here. That's what I have to say to our brothers in the stream, or the one that watch this live later. You have to step up, because whatever you are sending to the one in Africa, once she exchanged that, is going to cover so sharing any. There are a lot of good Black women here. Yes, they are. Sometimes is how the men also treat those women, that make them, prepare them to behave certain way. If there was no healing before those women move to the next relationship, they will carry that with them, that baggage. They will carry the baggage to the next, into the next relationship. So it will look like, oh, they are masculine, they are this, they are that, but it's both sides. You have to have the opportunity to know, first of all, and address what are the issues, what is causing this, why are these people from same family, because globally Blacks all over the place, they are from one same family. So I wish all sisters were treated like a queen, like my mom. Even when she was working, my dad still take care of her. Yes, even till now. Exactly. How will I even put it? Career-wise, business-wise, things are going very well for her. But guess what? The husband is still the main person, the one that provide in the house. He's not, he won't say, oh, because this is flourishing, careers is flourishing, business is flourishing, come, let's do 50-50, or meet me certain way. My husband with this, I have, as a woman of the house, I have to, spend on this. My dad will send his military car with a driver to pick my mom from work. Yeah. So, I just want that to be clear, that if our sisters on the continent spoil you, treat you certain way comparing to the one here, the lifestyle on both sides are completely coming from someone that lived in Africa, like till I was 24 before moving over here. So I know how things work over there. So based on that, I can say what I'm saying now, that the lifestyle on both sides is complete opposite. So when she come back and you come back from work, she's already tired from picking children from school, go to the store for shopping shift. If it's 7 hours, that is covered. That's just one person. So you come back home now, she saw something else before you come back home. You might even say something that is not even supposed to bring any argument at all. But because she's already overstretched, she's tired. Any small thing that you, the man, the husband, you say that is not even supposed to turn into arguments or anything, that's exactly what it will turn into. It's like fuel you just add to fire. So, we have to learn to understand what is happening on both sides. And if the sisters that are on this side with the brothers that are on this side, you have to also, if you are out there and then you're not married yet, so you have to know that a man, what is called man or men, where we come from as Black people, they are the main providers. So that's why when you go there, the sisters will treat you certain way, because you're not gonna be here and put it as if even in the midst of all that is all sisters on the continent that act like that, because some of them still turn to pick certain habit from outside. But when it comes to the comparison, this side is this better than this side. The lifestyle, guys, is completely different. So if you are a man or men out there that listen to this or that in the stream, you are not married yet, try to do what you're supposed to do. Financially, you have to be at a certain stage before even you start thinking about marrying a woman. Because if you're going into it with the 50-50, you have to know that what that woman will be able to give to you also is gonna be close to that 50-50. If house with the house chores, you are not the type. Welcome, débat de la diaspora, bienvenue. So those are the things men out there need to look into if they want a peaceful, happy relationship. Those are the things you need to look at first. And then if you decide, okay, I want to marry from the continent, it's the same family. It's still the same family, but they'll always bring the one in the West down and say, oh, the one in Africa, they're best. Guess what? That's why when they come, some of them, they go there, fetch the one on the ground, on the continent, and they think, you're not welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining the live, and kindly thumbs up, guys, as you join the stream. Kindly thumbs up the stream, please. So when they go there and then they say, oh, over there is better, is this, is that. They bring them here, and with all the stress that the one from Africa, the African sister, will face here, then they'll say, oh, she has changed. Oh, she's doing this to me now. She's doing that to me now. She's no longer this type of person that I thought I married. She completely changed. Yeah, she will change because the lifestyle on the continent where you met her is different now. Yes, it's same family. In her name, fam, brothers, take note. So that's that's very important. Even if you decide to go on the continent and get married, it's a good thing. But make sure you carry on doing what you're doing prior to bringing your wife on this side, because the reality, things are very, very different. So you as well, you have to be able to help her with stuff around the house. Yeah, this system here changes African people. That's why my parents stay back home. So be prepared to carry on doing what you were doing before, and help her also around in the house, shopping, whatever needs to be done. If there is, you have a child or children, you need to be part of that as well. Very, very important. So you don't think, oh, let me just go there, get married to that one, and then life will be all sweet. Have you been? Yeah, so for the brothers out there that want to go on the continent and get married, it's beautiful things. It's beautiful. But make sure when your wife meets you on this side of the world, you carry on doing what you were doing before. If you still want things to be how sweet things were before, thanks so much, Débat de la Diaspora. Exactly how they were before you brought her here, you carry on with the same thing. But on top of that, is the money. I see a lot of it here. System back home and said, yeah. Because sometimes some men, they think, oh, okay, let me just go out there, and just bring, go and get my wife that will come, and then, she'll sweet, this and that. The lifestyle there, you have to understand, guys, is the complete opposite of what is happening on this side. She will try. Sometimes it's the men that will actually bring them on this side that don't treat the women well. They think like, oh, I'm the reason why you are here, or this or that. That also is another case we're going to look into another time. But back to what I was saying, you bring her here, loving woman you met, don't play the 50-50 game. Men on this side, normally, most of them, the 50-50, that 50-50 will make her tired already. Most of the time, her work, the challenges she will be facing at work, maybe discrimination, maybe so many different things. So if things start changing in your relationship, once she start living with you, so if you are the one that will go and, marry a very sweet, nice lady from the continent, and you bring her here, and then you want things to stay the same way, then don't go for the 50. My advice, you don't have to take it on board. Don't do the 50-50 with her. She will help you if you choose to, but don't do the 50-50 if you want things to stay to be having any maid or any house help or any driver that will be driving her around, or making, going to shops and your supermarkets or whatever for shopping and stuff like that. All those things are not here. So know that, be prepared that it's going to be another lifestyle she's going to experience on this side. So if you want things to stay sweet, real men do 100%. Exactly. But even if you can't, my point is, if you want her to stay sweet the same way you met her there, you want things to be exactly the same way, then don't go for the 50-50. Because if she's overly stressed, that's where when something is not even a topic of fight, she's already overly stressed. She will pick on anything to argue with you. But if she's the type that, maybe she's working from home, if she's working from home, she have her own business, she'll set her own time. That can also help your relationship, because she's doing her own thing. She's not going out there starting anything new that, okay, maybe she have issue with her boss. On the 50-50, she have to go out there and work. So whatever come with that package, you have to be able to you have to be prepared. Is not going to face any discrimination. For example, in some countries, maybe the language, so many things. When you move from one place to the next one, so many things are involved for someone to change. I thought it was just my phone, but now I'm home on my laptop. You have been, yeah, sometimes the connection is not good. It's not good. Charlie, Mr. Good, they look fine, but Yuna, Yuna, thank you. So, don't do it, but just carry on. Have a plan already before your wife join you on this side, so that the lifestyle of the West is not going to put so much stress on her that she will be extra, like her head is like about to explode. So like I've mentioned earlier, even if it's something that she shouldn't be even upset about, overly stressed, that will bring arguments. And get worse, that sweet lady you met, she'll start changing, and you say, oh, you have changed since you arrived here, you have changed. But remember, the lifestyle from that side to the next side are the complete opposite. So have that in mind. And for those of you, the internet is buffering, you should get, yeah, probably I have to switch to them. Yes. So for those of you out there, the African American sisters, I said, you have to be able to understand that the where they are, the West, what they are facing, the challenges they are facing, the stress they are under every day. Our sisters in Africa, they are not under that stress. So please respect our sisters in America, specifically in this case. Things to say about women, because for me, like I said, born in Togo, spent 24 years of my life over there. I know the lifestyle we have over there. I know that, being a mother, how it, when my mom had like my younger sister, I know I saw exactly what happened, comparing to when you have a child on this part of the world. The stress, the challenges that come with it, completely different. So please respect our African American sisters and see where you can meet them when it comes to solving issues. If you say, okay, people have to stay together, let the family grow and all that, when it comes to our beautiful Black family, you the men, we the women, we both have roles to play. We have a role to play when it comes to build the Black family. So no more calling of names here and there is not necessary. But let's look into where the problem is, things, and how we can solve those things and move forward. When my mom had that, she had sisters to take care of her, of the babies. Yes, we don't have that on this part. Even if you have family members, they come, they visit, and they go back to where they came from. So it's not like somebody's gonna come and stay with you for a week, even, or to say 2 weeks up to a month. But I remember once, though we had maids in the house, though my dad was the provider of the house, my grandma would be around at least for a month to help her. But here, women, they don't have that. So imagine someone that never had a child before. She came on this side, had a child, no mom around, no sister, no challenges that come with when the women here and the women in Africa. So please, let's understand that and try to see where we can meet together, work together, and build the beautiful Black family. So if anyone have any contribution, go ahead and drop it before we close. So yeah, it's a must. Men must provide. Definitely, I agree with that 100%. Don't run away from your family. Men in the West, stop running. Yeah, like Clarence said before, there is lots of nice, good women in the West as well. There is lots of them. Like there are lots of women, in the West. So the same way, like you see, you see the good and the bad every place like you go to is the same. There are good ones as well here, and maybe many bad ones. They are not bad because they choose to act certain way, but sometimes is the whole system and the lifestyle, everything combined together can make someone be like, oh, she's just too loud, oh, she's just too much in your face, oh, this, that. But when people are so stressed, guess what? That's the next thing that you will see. So if you don't want that, be what a man's supposed to be. Your woman, obviously, she's not going to just fold her hands and say, oh. A wise woman will help you. A lady only wants the same thing you should want. She want appreciation. Yeah. If a man can give a lady these things, he will have a happy and successful life. Yeah. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. Stop running away through the back door. Yeah, it's okay. It's still okay if you visit Africa, you met someone, you stay in the family, that's fine. There is no problem with that, but you have to understand that once she's, you bring her over here, there are certain things you have to carry on doing, and there are certain things you have to be prepared that when she goes, she goes out there, she's going to face certain things that can have a negative impact on her. So don't say, oh, she changed because she's on this side now, but understand she starts, like it's like when a baby is born and start crawling. So the worst thing is all new for her. Miss Togo the Chichudeo. Please. Yeah, because I just don't like the fact that some men out there, they will call the African American sister certain name, and they say, oh, on the other side, ladies are more this. Yeah, we've been blessed to have most of the time both parents together, and our moms, they taught us certain things. So that's why when you go on the continent, the sisters will treat you certain way, but on top of that, they don't have the stress the sisters, in the West have. So you will be overly spoiled because they are not facing those same things. But you have to be a woman. So exactly, the B word and all that is not, is, at the end of the day, you come from a woman. So even if a woman treats you certain way, you don't have to call her certain things. You understand? Because you probably have a sister yourself, or sisters, nieces, so are you will you be happy if someone called them those kind of name? Someone called them those names. Are you going to be happy about that? So we have to start undoing certain things. Take her to one fine restaurant, Charlie. Oh my goodness. Out there, you have to do your part as well. If you want a loving wife, caring wife, very respectful and all that, you have a big role to play, and she will also meet you up there. But remember, if someone is overly stressed, thanks so much, V. Thank you. Since someone is overly stressed, the way they will behave, the things they will do, someone that is living in a completely different environment. Officer, when I see her, I usually tune in the background. So you used to hide, yeah? Back in the days, my dad. Yeah, so that's why women are more relaxed on the continent. So I hope this stream help someone out there, or the people that watch this video later. But if you have, I'll say goodbye to you guys. So if you have anything to share with us, any advice, just drop it, because they are both sides, women and men, both sides. People are going back to get married. Probably if you're going to get married and then live there, still the probability that things will stay sweet is very high. But if you're going to go there, get married, and bring the other person on this side yourself, so that things stay sweet. Yeah, that is why the women, they rush us. Hey, Paul is not difficult. Sorry, Paul, let me read your comment. It's not difficult to have a happy, lasting relationship if you possess the qualities I've mentioned above, as well as obeying God. Yeah, God has to be the number one thing on both sides. Because if it's down to only us, we all the time we're going to put ourselves first. The next person have to say, we just carry on with life, do what we want to do just to feed our flesh. But if God is involved, is another discussion completely to this one. Is another discussion. So, obeying God, if you are lacking in those qualities, then don't get married. Yes, I agree with that, Paul. I agree with that. Marriage is not for young boys or young girls. It's for mature people. So yeah, Paul, that's well said. If you are not prepared mentally, spiritually, physically, then financially, don't rush into anything and make someone life difficult out there. So you have to work on yourself. If you like these qualities, yeah, then you may marry. Yeah. I did not marry American because they did not qualify to marry me. Okay. All them fleshy looking brothers, please listen. And the sisters too. Yeah, it's for both sides. It's for both sides. So like Paul said, you have to be ready. And if you know that, you're coming from a relationship, whether divorce or whatever you call it, don't rush. Don't we hear you, Sharon? Don't rush into anything. Take your time. Healing process is very, very important before you move into anything, or before you last thing on this earth. You just rush yourself into it. For me personally, I would say it's marriage. Because the fact that you are ready does not necessarily mean the next person is ready. That's another thing. So for you guys in the stream, and Paul already said he has his own thing sorted out. So Paul, when is the wedding, Paul? Stop rushing into how how the size and the height is. Oh dear. You see, police brutality, you are opening some other page, you are opening another page now. Same with the sisters. Yes, it's both sides. It's not only the brothers, the sisters as well. Thanks for the thumbs up. You are not married yet, and you are out there thinking, oh, okay, 2021, yeah, 100%, it has to happen. Ask yourself, are you ready? Are you ready for that? And what comes with it? Because it's not a child play thing to say, oh, I'm getting married, just because everyone around is already married, so now it's me. You have to be prepared with, what comes with it. Yeah, sometimes police pretend you are laughing, but sometimes that's how sometimes people just jump into marriage. The marriage will be in the near future, depending on the restriction of travel due to the corona. Okay. I'm happy for you, Paul. When you find someone that you know that this is the one, and 100% they are also ready, because once you actually get into the real deal, it's another thing to talk about, another day, another time. The official praying, yeah, for both sides, us women and the men, do not rush into anything. And if you're coming from just divorce or whatever didn't work properly, and you're out there, be easy on things. There is no rush when it comes to who you should go with, who you should get married. But you are mentally, physically, spiritually, financially prepared, then you're going to make the next person life good. The next person also will make your life good, because both sides, you got all those things tick. But it does not mean that it's not going to come with challenges. Like in every relationship it's going to come, there will be challenges. So, but at least to make things a little bit softer and easier, make sure if you are not mentally, physically, financially, spiritually ready, just be out there and be working on yourself. Then the right time, it will happen with the right person. And then that's going to be truly for life. So guys, that's all I have to share with you guys today. So I've learned things from your things in the chat. Thank to you all. And yeah, I think that's it really. That's it. Everyone that have any contribution, I'm sure is all in the chat already, except anyone has to say something. We have the next 2 minutes and then it will be the end of the stream for now. You know, I'm just sharing, I'm just sharing with with you guys, and in this, the same time I'm getting good tips, good comment from you guys, so I'm also learning. Good evening, hosts and friends. Good evening. Thanks for joining. Nappy Missy. We are about to round up. We're about to finish the stream. Hope everyone is staying, because everywhere is like, they are encouraging people to stay in. Hello, lovely. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. It's a little bit late now. Mr. Got the share now. Share. Of course, I'm just sharing. So and like I said, and I'm learning from you guys as well. So the stream and commenting in the chat, it was a very good stream, and I've learned stuff as well. So we're going to do it again probably later. Hello everyone. Oh, Sister Eureka, thanks for coming. We are rounding up now, but thanks so much for joining. How do we get a fine African lady? Yuna, you in the UK, do you only stay in the house? And I know you go on the continent as well. So why that ask me that question now, Yuna? Why are you asking me that question? I don't know, Yuna. I don't know where you're going to find a fine African lady. I don't know. You know exactly where to find them. So hello, Yuna. Fine. Oh, you see how he put the fine in, guys. Okay, you go and do your thing, because the way you are stretching the fine, I don't even think if there is someone in the street. Oh dear, seriously, you know what to do. I don't have no advice for you in that area. Oh yeah, guys, except anyone has something to say, is carry on. Maybe later, maybe I'll come back so we can carry on with the another discussion that will be a little bit different from this one, but you'll be on the same line. So guys, thanks so much everyone for joining, and enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you in my next stream. Take care. You want to know how to get a good African, then listen to the advice and comment. Okay, Yuna, I'm sure you are still here, so Paul just answer your question. Yeah? And comment of this live stream. Yeah, Yuna, you got your answer now from Paul. Paul, thanks so much for the for answering that question, because I'm not able to direct Yuna anywhere. So you just told him what to do. So yeah. So guys, I will see you in my next stream. Have a lovely day for those of you that is still early or afternoon, whatever it is. Enjoy it and keep safe. Bye for now. Bye.